Welcome to the Ult1Mate Next Gen Towbar installation video for the Ford Ranger with the rear step. The installation times for a professional fitter and beginner fitter are shown on screen. These are the parts included with the towbar. These are the tools required for the installation of the towbar. We begin the installation on the left hand side of the vehicle, removing the wiring connecting the step or bumper to the chassis rail. Disconnect the trailer plug wiring from the chassis rail. Disconnect and unclip the bumper wiring harness clips attaching the wire to the left hand rear side of the vehicle. Disconnect and unclip the bumper wiring harness plug from the rear of the vehicle. On the right hand side of the vehicle, remove the two bolts securing the rear step or bumper to the chassis. Repeat on the other side. Remove the step or bumper and place on a soft, clean surface. Loosen the two nuts securing the bumper bracket to the bumper. Slide the bracket outward until it is 8mm from its initial position. Tighten the nuts to secure the brackets in their new position. Repeat on the other side. Some models have a harness bracket welded to the bumper bracket over the top of one of the mounting holes on the left hand side. Using a flat blade screwdriver, unclip the parking sensor plug. Using the existing hole on the inside of the bumper brackets as a guide, drill out the hole to the same size. Familiarise yourself with the 5 holes at the rearward ends of each chassis rail, which will be used to secure the towbar in place. At the midpoint of the bolt assembly's wire, cut the wire. Place the bolt assembly through the chassis rail and into the forwardmost vertical hole. Place the bolt assembly through the chassis rail and into the rearmost vertical hole. Place a side plate on the side of the chassis rail, aligned with the vertical mounting holes. Place number 5 nuts over the vertical bolts, then tighten the nuts. Leave slightly loose so the side plates can still be aligned later. Repeat on the other side. Lift the main bar and lock it into the side plates. Screw 3 number 4 bolts into the holes connecting the side plate to the main bar and add number 5 nuts. Repeat on the other side. Torque the nuts and bolts using a calibrated torque wrench to the recommended torque level on screen. Repeat on the other side. Relocate the step or bumper back into position on the vehicle, over the top of the towbar. Place a number 4 bolt through the 2 captive nut holes, which the bumper brackets were attached to at the beginning of the installation. Tighten the bolts to secure the bumper brackets over the side plates. Repeat on the other side. Place a number 4 bolt through the hole connecting the bumper bracket to the side plate. Add a number 5 nut to the bolt and tighten. Repeat on the other side. At the midpoint of the nut assembly's wire, cut the wire. Place the nut assembly inside the chassis rail, in line with the remaining hole connecting the bumper bracket to the chassis rail. Screw a number 4 bolt through the hole and into the nut assembly. If reinstalling the XLT style steel step or bumper, use the hole circled with the spare bolt supplied. Ensure the step or bumper aligns correctly with the spare wheel winder hole before fully tightening the bolts. Tighten the vertical bolts connecting the side plate to the chassis rail. Hold the nut connecting the bumper bracket to the side plate using a 16mm spanner. Tighten all the bolts connecting the bumper bracket and the side plate to the chassis rail. Torque the nuts to the recommended torque level on screen. Repeat on the other side. Torque the bolts to the recommended torque level on screen. Repeat on the other side. Reconnect and reclip the bumper wiring harness clips to the left hand side of the vehicle. Reconnect the bumper wiring plug to the rear of the vehicle. Reconnect and reclip the parking sensor plug. Install the Milford wiring harness kit as directed by the fitting instructions. You have now finished installing the Ult1Mate Next Gen Towbar for the Ford Ranger with the rear step. Enjoy your towing.